Hey babes, welcome back to Coffee Over Apples. My name is Steph. This is my monthly TBR video in which Magic the Gathering trading cards choose what I read for the month of November. This is my buddy Rat. Say hi, Rat. Every month I play this game with the cards and I play 4 rounds of the game to determine what I'm going to read for the month. I also run multiple book clubs. Everything is linked in the description below. If you'd like to support my channel, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. Consider becoming a channel member at any level to get access to all of my discords, extra book clubs, extra content, downloadable content, and all that jazz. What's really special about the month of November is that I am a co-host for the Dungeons and Book Dragons Readathon, created by the wonderful Ivy over at Ivy the Geek Goddess. I'm a co-host of Team Fighter along with my friend Bo, and there's multiple co-hosts because it is a competitive readathon. Now, here's the thing. I don't yet necessarily need to fit any books this month into prompts for the TBR for that, specifically because it's going to run like a D&D campaign where there's going to be quests posted every couple of days, and we need to try to fulfill the quests. The mighty DM is the only one that really knows all. But as Team Fighter, our books get a bonus if it's something that has action. So I'm going to try to insert a couple books in this TBR that have action. All the rules are linked below, so I'm not really going to go into too many details here. I basically pit 2 cards against each other, and whichever one has the highest value wins. Let's briefly talk about the books that I read last month, see if I finished everything or if anything is rolling over to the next month. In October, I was supposed to read Goddess of Filth by V. Castro, and I did finish this. I was supposed to read You Watched in Silence by H. Lee Justine, and I did finish this. I was supposed to read Diavola, and I did finish this. I was supposed to read When Javi Dumped Mari by Mia Sosa, and I did finish this. I was supposed to read Dantaron Volume 10. I did finish that. I was supposed to read The Starving Saints by Caitlin Starling. I actually DNF'd this. The nonfiction pick for my Annotation Station book club was To Save and Destroy. I did start this, but then quickly realized that it was one of those books that's making me think a lot of things, and I immediately said, pause. This might be one that I want to annotate and keep so I can reread later. So I stopped reading it, ordered myself a used copy from a secondhand bookstore, and it should be here in the next couple days, which means that most likely it is going to roll over into November. And I was supposed to read Vicious by V. Schwab, and I am starting this pretty soon. I don't think I'm going to finish it in October, but I'm definitely starting it in October. Let's get started with round 1.
Welcome to the playmat. We have a stack of random cards. I don't know what's here. I literally turned to my fiance and said, give me your unsorted cards. And this is what he handed me. So, round 1. Okay, we have an experimental augury at 1 and 1 blue. That's 2 mana. It's an instant. I don't see any applicable keywords. Versus Sheoldred's Head Cleaver. Ooh, look at this one. The art's really cool on this one. Phyrexian Warrior. I love Phyrexians. So this one has Menace, which is an applicable keyword. So what happens with Menace is it takes 2 cards to beat this one. Usually because in Magic, if you want to block a creature that has Menace, it takes 2 creatures to block the creature with Menace. Think of it as like extra strong or something like that. So I'm going to flip a second card. Oof. That's a land. That doesn't count. Lands don't count in this game. Okay, a Mer Custodian at 3 mana. We're going to take the combined mana or CMC of these 2 cards. So 3 plus 2 is 5 versus 4. Looks like these 2 win. This one loses. So I have a gray and a blue die. I can roll both dice and then choose the prompt that works best for me. A 5 and a 1.
Okay, round 1, I'm fighting the glare on my glasses today. Round 1 gave us 2 prompts to choose from. The options were a gray 1 or a blue 5. Which gray 1 I think is mixed media and blue 5 is a 5-star prediction. I'll try to go with a 5-star prediction. I have been meaning to do a buddy read with my friend Damien for a while now of Ander and Santi Were Here by Gianni Garsavia, We both read Johnny Gasavia earlier this year and absolutely fell in love with their writing. It is beautiful, queer, YA. All I know is it has to do with art. And it's like, I've had this for a minute. I haven't picked it up because why? I apparently don't like joy. And my bestie Natalie has been screaming at me from the rooftops to hurry up and read this because she knows I'm going to love it. I'm probably overdue for a good crying in a book anyway.
Round 2 is an Oil Gorge Troll, Phyrexian Troll Warrior. Let's see. No applicable keywords. It is 3 generic plus 2 green. That is 5 mana. Versus, a Duelist of Deep Faith. No applicable keywords here. 2 mana, so 5 beats 2. Looks like I am rolling a green die. And green die, go. Ooh, a number 12.
Round 2 gave us a manga. Now, I am going to read Dun Dun on Volume 11. I plan on reading this. I can read this very quickly. However, I'm also just going to add to that, I think I might reread Berserk Volume 4. I think it's 14 and 15, like the 2 volumes that come right after the eclipse, because I read them earlier this year, meant to make a whole video about like post the eclipse, and just never got around to it. So I might just reread that briefly in like an afternoon to refresh my memory and hopefully get to the video, because it's been I think the last time I posted a Berserk update was in like January, so I'm overdue for that. So you know what, let's count this and those.
Round 3, Gitaxian Anatomist, Phyrexian Wizard. Okay, no applicable keywords. It is 3 plus 1 blue, so that's 4. Versus a Pestilent Siphoner at 2 mana. It has flying. Flying is an applicable keyword. In my game, that means that it flies over the battlefield to fight the next thing on the stack, which is a Myr Kinsmith at 4 mana. No applicable keywords. 4 beats 2. This one wins. Okay, die. Go. Ooh, okay. Number 2.
Round 3 gave us a gray 2, which is nonfiction. This is perfect because one of the book clubs that I run, the Annotation Station, is a members-only book club that you can join by becoming a channel member at any level to get access. The goal of this book club is to read a fiction and a nonfiction every month with the goal of reading diversely and staying informed. The nonfiction pick for November is Regretting Motherhood, a study. This is really interesting to me because it's supposed to be a really raw study as to why women sometimes regret motherhood, and that motherhood is something that is an expectation that is placed upon women. I can definitely resonate with that as someone who is in my early 30s, and I feel like I'm constantly hearing, hey, clock's ticking, and I'm like, for what? Yeah, is it time to punch out? Wait, what? I don't understand. So I feel like I'm really interested personally in this topic and thinking about how expectations and falling into expectations of motherhood affect older women.
Round 4, Chimney Rabble. Let's see. 3 plus 1 red, that is 4. Haste is not an applicable keyword for my game. Versus, Vivisection Evangelist at, this card looks really cool, at 3 plus 2, that is 5 mana. 5 beats 4, looks like this one wins, and it is a dual color card. It is black and white, which means that I can roll both a black and a white die and kind of just choose which prompt I like best. Go! Oh, 1 and 1. Interesting.
Round 4 also gave us 2 options, either a black one or a white one. I gotta go with the black one because the option for that is horror. I love horror. Can't get enough of it. And I think this one, I'm feeling it right now. I don't know what it is in my bones, but I'm feeling this. And I would also say that this is a 5-star prediction. This is A Game in Yellow by Haley Piper. Thank you to Saga Press for sending me a copy in exchange for an honest review. I am a Saga Says crew member. From the queen of cosmic horror comes a seductive work that follows a couple whose search to keep their sex life alive leads them down a path of madness. Lesbians' take on The King in Yellow. I don't know what it is. But I feel it. I feel if this isn't at least a 4.5 star, this might be one of the biggest letdowns of the year if I don't love it. All right, then let's talk about other book club stuff. So for the Interstellar Sci-Fi Book Club, we voted to read Wild Seed by Octavia Butler. I bought myself a copy and it is somewhere in my house, but my house is messy right now because life is lifing. Rat, do you know where my book is? I don't know. Sounds suspicious to me. I'm sure it'll pop up somewhere once I get around to doing my chores, but I'm excited because this is going to be my second Octavia Butler, and of all of their backlog, this is definitely one that has been higher on my priority list. Then for the fiction pick for Annotation Station, we are reading Evocation by S.T. Gibson. This cover is so pretty. This is a dark romance fantasy. Polyrep. S.T. Gibson, I'm pretty sure exclusively writes poly romances. Magical bureaucracy. Something goes wrong. Are we overturning the magical government? I don't really know. But I got this beautiful copy at the Evocation book tour when it came out last year. So about time that I finally get to it. And then just, because I just need to throw myself a curveball. This is a hopeful, all right? Cibola Burn by James S.A. Corey. This is book 4 in The Expanse. I've been reading this series for 4 years now. At the rate I'm going, I will finish by 2030. Send help. I'm trying to squeeze this into this TBR somewhere because it's so action-packed and these books are so fun. I feel like every time I pick up one of these books, I have a fantabulous time. Then I can't stop thinking about it. And I can't shut up about it. And I want to watch a TV show. But then I put it down and I don't pick it up again. Why am I like this? Again, because I apparently don't like joy. It's perfectly actiony, so it'll fit in with the readathon amazingly, swimmingly for Team Fighter. This one also might have some action in it. I think magical stuff. And this one might also have some action in it. Don't ask me why I feel that way. I could be totally wrong. But then this one definitely has action in it. So I got options, Anyway, in the month of November, I'm reading this, and 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 maybe this. If you made it this far, show some support for Rat. That's what I want you to do. Show some support for my little buddy who's going to lend me his brain cells so I can get through this really long TBR. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I post videos whenever I feel like it. Thanks for watching. Mwah. Bye!
Mr. Wonka, Mr. Wonka.